Hi everyone, my name's Nancy Welliver and I'm a naturopathic physician, having graduated from Bastyr University in 1992. I'm so happy that you joined us here today. This is our introductory video and we're going to be talking about what you can expect from the videos, who I am, and what our philosophy is, so you know whether or not you want to tune into these. These videos are actually created for the public, for naturopathic physicians, for naturopathic students, and for anyone in the allied health professions that is interested in natural healing, and really for anyone. If you want to start using natural therapies with your family, or if you're a massage therapist and want to perhaps use some more hydrotherapy in your practice, or if you're a chiropractor and are thinking about bringing in some nutritional counseling or those sorts of things, then these videos can help you. Also, we'll really be talking about the philosophy of healing, and so many of those of you who want to understand the process of healing will be covering that. We'll be covering different conditions, and as well as different types of therapies. So hopefully we'll have the full range of naturopathic and natural healing methods and philosophy for all of you to peruse. Now these videos will be about 10 minutes long each. They're designed for you to watch them on the go, maybe when you're in waiting for an appointment, or waiting for your friend to finish up their appointment, or eating breakfast, or whatever. When you've got a quick 10 minutes and you want to use it learning something, this would be the place to come. Now, I graduated, as I said, in 1992 from Bastyr University, and have been practicing as a physician since, utilizing natural healing methods and philosophy. I actually have been working with natural healing methods since about 1976, so I've been in this game for going on 40 years now, and have been seeing patients since, well, for about 25 years now. So, so I have a lot of experience. Now, I don't just utilize my experience. I also do a lot of reading, a lot of researching. I stay up with different medical journals, as well as looking at online site for docs and researchers called PubMed. The other thing that I really like to do is bring in historic research and historic understanding of health and disease. I really feel like when we look back and see how people were treated and what treatments were successful for people back in the day, whether it's the 1800s, the 1600s, the 1200s, during the time of the Egyptians, and whether it was the people in India, or the people in Africa, or the people in South America, or the first peoples here in North America, we're all one species throughout time, what continent we're on, and I find that bringing all that information and kind of marrying it with what modern research is telling us and what my experience in the clinic has told me, well, this is where I find truth. This is where I find medical truth. When all of those three things come together, I know we've got something, because if it's been something that's been successful forever, as far as human existence has been, and it's been true in every culture, and modern science is proving it true as well, and I've seen it in the clinic have effect. That is truth. That's where you're onto something, and that's what I like to present. I spent a lot of time thinking about and practicing different healing modalities, and so I hope to bring the best of all that to you guys. So I also was an instructor at Bastyr University for about 7 years, and I taught botanical medicine, I taught herbal medicine, I taught the history and philosophy of medicine, and I taught clinical sciences. So I have a lot of experience in terms of presenting these materials as well. We will be going through the different types of treatment options. I'll be discussing homeopathy with you guys. I'll be discussing hydrotherapy and the different home hydrotherapy techniques you can use, or the ones that as naturopathic physicians you might want to use in your office, or as, again, massage therapists or chiropractors or whatever that you might want to utilize in your offices. These videos will be coming from a certain perspective, what I call roots naturopathic perspective. And what that means is, as naturopaths, the way that I was trained, we are taught, number one, to respect the healing power of nature. And you might say to yourself, what the heck is the healing power of nature? And in naturopathic parlance, we call it the vis medicatrix naturae, the healing power of nature. And sometimes you'll hear me refer to the vis in further videos. And what I'm talking about is the healing power of nature. Now, the healing power of nature is most easily talked about and demonstrated by reminding people of when they might have cut themselves and how that cut spontaneously healed. Even though they never put any neosporin on it, never took a homeopathic remedy, never put a herbal salve on it, that cut healed up all on its own. And that is a great expression of the healing power of nature. Now, you can find this throughout nature. It's not only innate in humans. It's found throughout the biologic world. And I have to tell you, my training prior to becoming a naturopathic physician was in biology. And I came of age in the time of biology when ecosystem was pretty much the predominant model that got taught. And to me, it just makes so much sense. We're all connected, and we all have a part to play. And nature doesn't do things without reason, because there's an expenditure of energy, and energy is very dear in nature. And so when your body is doing something, it's something to be paid attention to. And this is especially true when we talk about things called symptoms. Symptoms are simply the expression of the healing power of nature. And we don't want to make those symptoms just blindly go away unless those symptoms are going away because you have experienced a healing process. These days we have all sorts of pharmaceutical drugs especially, but you can do it with herbs or homeopathy or hydrotherapy, ice especially. You can basically suppress the expression of symptoms without doing any underlying healing. And that actually is a problem, because just like, say you've got a fire burning, we'll call it, inflammation, and you take something to quell that fire or that inflammation in your body without removing the cause, without moving forth the reason for the inflammation. You can see this in for instance, infectious diarrhea. If you have diarrhea due to a bad bacteria that got into your gut via water or food, and you take something like clay or something that will just stop the diarrhea without killing off the little bacteria, you can actually have those bacteria go deeper and deeper into your gut tissue and continue to cause problems, continue to cause increased inflammation and increased diarrhea. So even though you've stopped it momentarily, in the long run, you have not cleared that infection, you're still going to have problems. And that goes with pretty much any symptoms, any outward sign of inflammation. If you just quell it without addressing the roots of the problem, you're going to end up with more chronic problems. And we see that as we've used more and more pharmaceuticals throughout medical history, that we actually have more and more chronic disease, less and less lethal acute disease, which is not a bad thing, but there are other ways to approach that as well. So the philosophy that we're going to be coming from in this series of videos is that we don't want to suppress the symptoms. We want to address the root cause of the symptoms, and do that through natural healing methods as often as possible before resorting to any sort of pharmaceuticals or other suppressive medications. Okay? So that's what you can expect from us. I hope you keep tuning in and enjoying our videos. Take care, and it was great talking with you. Bye-bye.